last post, I focused on message 11, describing a turning point in the unfolding of these messages. For the first time, we see described in dramatic fashion the appearance of a left-hand teacher who was creating a fearful reality. And we see the horrific level of fear associated with this left-hand teacher, who is described as being in the body and creating a fearful reality of non-truth. This non-truth is evident in the physical world and originates in the spiritual world and permeates all of society and religions. The messages tell us to brace ourselves and be firm in countering this negative force. Here is a brief review of message 11, and then we'll look at message 12. And remember that this message was delivered in 1983, showing the omniscient Sai, beyond time and space, forewarning and protecting us in this miraculous way. And now a review of message 11. Left-hand teacher, the teacher in the physical body, is not real. He is a great illusion and masquerading. In reality, this teacher is the cause of suffering. The message goes on to say that we must be fearless, brace ourselves and be firm. Lift ourselves up to embodying the divinity in time, which means finding oneness in diversity or upheaval. This is the purpose of the manifest time, finding unity. This message describes a left-hand teacher. The description of the left hand or left-handed teacher does not refer to the physical hand he favors, but to a deviant and fearful path that he teaches. Jackie describes a dark force of non-truth causing suffering. We are instructed to counter this dark force with the power of absolute devotion, which we will hear about in coming posts. And now for a reading of part of Message 12, with clarifications by Professor Timilsina. Message 12. Thus have I seen, believer, left-handed teacher in reality meets female principle. He is the disciple of the root of fire. A comment: in Buddhism, the root of fire refers to desire, which is the root of suffering. Real teacher needs the female principle's knowledge, lower mind, and higher mind, nirvana. You should conduct a great sacrifice for the female principle to breathe away her upheaval. Don't linger. A comment: what is the sacrifice that we must conduct? To me, meaning a sacrifice of ego, releasing the 6 enemies of mind that cause duality and covers Atmic awareness: lust, anger, pride, greed, envy, jealousy. Unfortunately, the feelings that many develop related to the splitting in our organization. We must be ready to give up faulty beliefs in the outside world as well. To find unity, we must detach even from the names and forms of God. Here Swami tells us about this higher wisdom beyond names and forms and body, and what we must sacrifice in the external world to reach this level of wisdom. Atma-jnana, knowledge of the self, an eternal wisdom that transcends all names and forms and attributes. A knowledge that Swami is leading us to and which will overcome the split in our organization.
రూపనామం రెండు కూడాను కల్పితమే కానీ అవి సరి అయినటువంటివి కాదు. భగవంతునికి ఎట్టి మార్పులు కూడా ఉండవు. తాను చావులు పుట్టుక లేనట్టి శాశ్వతుడు, ఆది మధ్యాంతరహితుడు, అనాదేవాడు. అతను శాశ్వతమైనటువంటి ఆత్మస్వరూపుడే. అట్టి ఆత్మస్వరూపునికి రూపనామములు కల్పించడము కేవలము మానవుల యొక్క కల్పితములు, మానవుల యొక్క భ్రాంతులే. గుణములే లేవు అతనికి. ఎట్టి గుణములు లేనటువంటి యొక్క భగవంతునికి గుణములు, రూపములు మనం ఏర్పరచుకొని మనకు మనం తృప్తిపరుచున్నాము. రూపములన్నీ కూడాను అప్పటికైనాను అనిత్యమే. నిత్య సత్యమైనటువంటి యొక్క రూపము ఆత్మనే.
This wisdom, this knowledge of the self, is the wisdom that the messages are telling us to attain in order to overcome the upheaval and welcome Prema Sai and the Satya Yuga. Swami's form is a special form. Once Dr. Jack Hislop asked Swami, if all that we experience as the external world is just a projection of our mind and is unreal like a dream, is your form just a part of our dream? Swami said that his form was different, that he came into our dream to wake us up. Swami's actual form can wake us up to our Atmic reality. Pride that we know the truth causes the dangerous mistake of playing musical chairs, putting another form in his place, and one that divides no less. This is the time to hold to the teaching that unites. There's only a chair for one, not two. Honest humility tells us not to lose our chance. This is the time to hold on, as Swami explains. I am immanent in every being. People forget me, who is within and without them. I am the inner core of every being, but they are not aware of this. So they are tempted to believe the objective world to be real and true, and they pursue objective pleasures and fall into grief and pain. On the other hand, if they concentrate all attention on me alone. Comment, and this means not forms that split, but the teaching that unites. Believing that the Lord has willed everything and everyone, I bless them and reveal to them the truth, that they are I and I am they. Satya Sai Baba. Swami is leading us to a higher wisdom, and this 12th message tells us that a sacrifice is needed. Giving up the 6 enemies of the mind, as well as names and forms in the external world as well, including the names and forms of God that separate, but holding to the teaching that unites. Swami is leading us to our own eternal Atmic reality. Coming posts will describe the path to this purified wisdom, to the Satya Yuga, the Golden Age.
Yes.